Welcome to Forward Ever, Leading in Challenging Times, presented by Worth Wealth Management, a weekly conversation with area leaders about how to persevere during uncertain times. Now here's your host, Gary Shorman.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Forward Ever, Leading in Challenging Times. I want to take just a moment to thank our sponsor. They do this week in, week out. It's Worth Wealth Management. They strengthen families or enhance lives, strengthen families. Great people to work with, but they've been supportive of this show since day one and really haven't had a chance to just say thank you for doing that. Because our show deals with leading in challenging times, we have a guest today that is a leader in helping so many in so many different places when they're having a challenging time. Macey Pfeifer is the executive director of First Call for Help. And back since 1996, and I don't think Macey's been there since 1996, but First Call for Help has been serving Ellis County as a trusted resource for individuals and families who are in need. Macey is here to update us on an additional service that they're working with volunteers to help provide. Now, this service is not new, but it's one that I wasn't aware of, and others may not, including yourself, but it's expanding. And it's not something to take for granted. Macey, thanks for taking some time out of your crazy busy day to visit with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Macey is a lifelong Hays resident, graduate of Fort Hays State University. But this word laundry love. Now, I'm not sure anybody really loves laundry. Marianne says, my wife says she loves laundry. I'm not sure that's what this is about. What is laundry love about?
So what Laundry Love is, it's actually a nationwide program, and it's just people that came together trying to give people some dignity with some detergent, and they have different places all around the nation that have opened their own Laundry Love locations, and in partnership with the actual, nationwide office.
So what does Laundry Love do? It sounds like you do. Do people volunteer to do someone's laundry? How does that work?
Yeah, so we do get that a lot. We have a lot of questions usually, hey, do you fold the laundry? What exactly do you do? So what we actually do is First Call for Help staff is there and stationed, and we actually just pay for the laundry to be done. And so individuals or households can come in, they can wash and dry up to 6 loads of laundry for free. Currently, we're operating on the third Thursday of every month. And so they come in, they give us their information, and it's just simple information, name, phone number, how many in the household. We don't get too deep with it. And then we tell them to load all their clothes in whatever washers they prefer, and then we load the quarters for them. And we also have detergent available for them. And then when they're ready to move to the dryers, they move all their stuff themselves. And then again, we just load the quarters in for them.
So it starts on the third Thursday of the month, but you have some is already in process at the 8th Street Laundromat, or does that start in April? When does all this start and when is it running?
Perfect. So, yes, we do have our sponsor for 2026 is the First United Methodist Church. And they were very interested in opening up a second location on an additional day to add kind of widespread the cause and make sure that we're reaching everyone that we possibly can. And so starting in April, operating, we will be doing the first Thursday and the third Thursday of every month. The first Thursday will be at the 225 East 8th Street Laundromat location, and the third Thursday will continue to be at the 507 West 27th Street Laundromat.
And you mentioned that the First United Methodist Church helps with funding this. They help with the quarters, I guess I should say as well. Who else is involved, or is it just your staff down there at First Call for Help?
Yes. So the last 2 years, we've actually had Sunflower Bank as our sponsor. And so every now and then we would have actual bank employees that came down and they would help us put the quarters in, get people detergent, make sure they're checked in and all their information is collected. And then Laura or I are always there no matter what. And that is going to change in April with the new location. Laura and I are only a staff of two. We do have a part-timer, but she doesn't help with Laundry Love. And so we're just going to keep going with our, 27th and Hall Street laundromat. And the First United Methodist Church Missions Committee is actually going to be running the second location.
I just love the heart in our community of people get together and they do these kind of things. So Laundry Love, do people, well, how many people use this now? Because, I haven't heard of it. It just makes a lot of sense because some people just one either don't have the money, don't have a washer and dryer. If you don't have that, you wash your clothes in a sink, and then pretty soon, that's not a good way to go through life. And so this seems like one of those programs that not only helps people feel better about themselves and the way they dress, but it's a chance for them to get out and be a part of the community and do that without being, maybe feeling bad about that. And so, how many families benefit from this?
So in 2025, I believe, sorry for pulling away from the screen. In 2025, we served 204 individuals. We do average about 17 people per month. And of course, we're expecting that to go up in April because one will be in an additional location and two will be operating two locations. And so I do think with our addition on the 8th Street location, we will be serving a lot more people just because people will be able to walk there. And there are a lot of people that don't come to Laundry Love just simply based on the fact that they cannot get transport, they cannot afford transport, they can't walk that far, just different things like that that play into it.
Many times we see it in the news that there are families that are struggling today. And are you seeing that with First Call for Help, not only in Laundry Love program, but in others that you guys, you have a lot of different programs, and that could be a whole hour or two program about what you guys do at First Call for Help. But are you seeing a similar increase in the need?
Definitely. So I actually just recently did a report and I compared our 2024 numbers to our 2025 numbers, and we actually almost doubled in our assistance. And it got pretty high just this last quarter in 2025 when the SNAP benefits had paused and everyone was pretty scared then, and we were very, very busy. Food was flying off the shelves and we could not keep it stocked.
And you think about that, and when you go and most of us who have an ability to go to, as Mary Ann would call it, the snack drawer, and we just go to the snack drawer if we want a snack, and I would like a snack every once in a while. I know that, but you can go there and grab a snack. We don't even think about, well, what are we going to have for dinner? That doesn't even cross our minds. But there are people out there that, kids especially, that they really don't know what they're going to eat tonight. And so having First Call for Help there to not only help with that, but help them with clean clothes is just great. I want to take a break. And Macey, come back. We'll talk about how to contact First Call for Help because you guys are a 501c3 agency. So any contributions are tax deductible. But I want to talk about how that works, what you guys do, how to find if you have a neighbor that you know needs help, what you do. Hang on. We'll be back after this from Worthwell.
Since 1776, the United States of America continues to stand tall. It's been tested before, many times. Through grit and the ability to move forward, we create better tomorrows. We help our clients live their best lives to and through retirement. We make it easier. Thank you, Kansas. Worth Wealth Management, enhancing lives and strengthening families.
Welcome back to Forward Ever, leading in challenging times, an interesting program that helps people in our community that, we may not see every day, you may not hear about it every day, but people in need in our community. First, talked about the Laundry Love program, where there's a resource for helping people get and do their laundry if they, one, don't have a washer and dryer, don't have the funding to be able to do that. But we also got talking about food and the need for that. So, Macey, talk a little bit about overall kind of the overview of the programs that you do at First Call for Help, because it's not called First Call for Help for nothing, because it really is the first call that many people learn to do, and talk about that.
All right. Yeah, we do have a lot of services that we offer, and there's a lot of people in our community that don't know about all of them. And so we try to spread the word as much as we can, but sometimes it just got to get to the right person to get to the people that need it. So as we've already mentioned, of course, we do have a food pantry. In addition to the food pantry, we have a hygiene pantry and a diaper pantry. Our diaper pantry isn't as utilized as I feel like it could be. I'm not sure that the word is super spread on that, but we do have diapers and wipes, supplemental for individuals with children that could need them. We have a big Backpacks for Kids program that serves all of Ellis County. In 2025, we served 560 students, grades preschool through 12th. Each student receives a backpack filled with grade appropriate school supplies and a hygiene kit that includes a full-sized bottle of shampoo, a smile kit from Delta Dental, and deodorant and a bar of soap. We do have emergency financial assistance, so we can help with rent payments or utility payments for those in need. There are a couple stipulations on that, so people needing assistance would just need to give our office a call or reach out via website submission. We have a Meals on Wheels program serving those in the city limits of Hayes for elderly, homebound, or disabled. We are in collaboration with the Hayes Medical Center on that. We have 3 routes that go out every single day, serving 16 people on each route. And that takes a ton of volunteers to make sure that that program is successful. We obviously, of course, have our Laundry Love program. New this past 2025, we just started being able to offer access bus tickets. And so anybody needing help with transportation around town can get into contact with us and we can get them some free tickets. And then we have our transient aid program. And so all of our financial assistance programs are funded in full by our Ellis County Ministerial Alliance, the Second Mile Fund. What the transient aid program is that we can fill up fuel tanks for those that are traveling through that might be stranded. So it's not people that are from here. It's our only program that serves individuals that are not within Ellis County. And then last but not least is our First Step Housing program that opened up in 2021. That's transitional housing for those that are homeless within Ellis County. And it's a program, a 6-month program for individuals that are able to be working and living on their own. They do have to be employed full time. And while they're here throughout those 6 months, they're coming in for weekly meetings. They're required to set up a savings account and they're required to put a portion of every single paycheck in their savings account just so that they can build up first month's rent and deposit while they're here, and then hopefully successfully transition out into their own living quarters.
Well, Macy, it's amazing to me all you do. You have 2 staffers that take care of all of this stuff. I think maybe you have a part-timer that gets to do all the work that everybody else can't do. But you do a lot through there. If somebody knows somebody, they have a neighbor, they see somebody who needs help, first call for help. Just, I mean, think of that. There's a number there, there's a website, and there's also a building that you can go and just knock on the door of the building or walk in and there's somebody there to help you there. Give us that information so that people have a ready resource of where to go and how to find help for maybe somebody they know, somebody, because that may be where it comes from. A lot of people are too proud to make that call. And yet somebody else, a neighbor or friend could be say, hey, first call for help could really do this. Give us the information.
Sure. So our physical location is 607 East 13th Street. If you've been to our building, you know that we've got some terrible parking. You can park along the east side of our building. We've got 3 spots. If there's a spot open in the back by the alley, otherwise you can park across the street at the Adronics parking lot or along the residential road of Montgomery and walk through the alley. Um, and then our phone number is 785-623-2800. Our website is firstcallelliscounty.com. And then a great email, if you guys are wanting to reach out via email, would be the word info@firstcallelliscounty.com.
Well, with a website and an email address, that's a pretty easy way to connect because all one long word, first call Ellis County, you just put that in .com and you get to the website, which will give you access to all of the other things and including the phone number that goes along with that. But there are some there that just don't have a number. So give us the phone number one more time for a neighbor, somebody else to connect with somebody who needs help. What's that phone number one more time?
Sure. 785-623-2800.
Macey, thanks for all you and your team do down there to take care of those in need. And I said it at the start of the program, say it again. First call for help is what it means. First call when you need help somewhere. You guys probably get all sorts of calls that maybe you don't help with, but you can direct them to the right resource to get that done. First call for Ellis County. Macey Pfeifer is our guest. She runs the program there, does a great job with that. And if you're interested in donating, it's a great place to put some money that helps people directly, helps those people in need directly. And not only can you get involved, but you can help financially. Macey, anything to wrap things up here today?
I don't think so. I think we've covered everything.
We covered it all,
I appreciate
didn't we?
you having me.
Thank you for being here and taking time to update. I know you have plenty of work for you and the team to do down there. So thanks for taking care of us. And thank you for being a part of Forward Ever, leading in challenging times. Brought to you by Worth Wealth Management, where you can live with confidence. I'm Gary Shorman.
Thanks for joining us for Forward Ever, leading in challenging times. Presented by Worth Wealth Management. Join us right here next week for another episode with host Gary Shorman. Until then, remember to move forward ever, backward never.